I think Pastor James had just finished up a series on people receiving the baptism of the Holy Spirit, and I got a real burden for my two sons. I wanted them to speak in tongues, and he also mentioned how some people will fast, and so I got this burden of fast for them. And I've been raised in church, but I've never fasted for more than one day. And so I decided to fast for the whole Jubilee. And on Wednesday night, they had a prayer tunnel. And my boys came through the prayer tunnel, and they received the baptism of the Holy Spirit, speaking in tongues. And I will always be indebted to Pastor James because he prayed for my boys and played a major role in them receiving the Holy Spirit. So I'll always be indebted to my pastor.
My experience was very good because the atmosphere in the room was just really good because you can tell the Holy Spirit was in there. It's just overwhelming how the fire tunnel, and it was just a good experience.
Yeah, I had never spoken tongues before, so it was like my first time, and it was just a good experience overall. My dad fasted, and it was really nice because, yeah, like Cameron said, you could just tell the Holy Spirit was there and everything.
For me personally, I always look forward to it because it's a time where you turn off your computer, turn off the TV, and life is so busy that it's kind of nice to kind of put life aside and put life on hold and just focus on God and your relationship with God. So it's a time of just intimacy, really focusing on your relationship with Christ and being real intimate. And so it to me, it's just a great time for our church. It's something that I need, and Sunday mornings the preaching's kind of weak, so I think the Solemn Assembly is just awesome. So Pastor Mark, Pastor James, I still owe you one more.
Janie, what effect do you think that Jubilee or Solemn Assembly Times of Prayer has on our church?
The essential part of it is that it just removes you from any other influences and lets you just totally focus, like almost in spiritual silence, because everything else is removed, all the distractions, and it's just a really intense time of focus, and you're clear from all the other outside influences. And that's what I look forward to the most, is just taking myself aside, from everything else, and just totally focusing without all that influence.